So what do you think they're missing about it?
What I would say is that Hillary Clinton started with a huge advantage, which is shrunk consistently. And as black voters get to know Sanders, we see more and more turnout. Last night we won Kansas, one of 3 out of 4 states this weekend that we won. We saw black voters choose Sanders so handily that in 9 out of 10 of the majority black Senate districts in the state, we won them with 60% or more of the vote. As voters hear Sanders, they turn towards Sanders. The hard part when you're fighting against the most powerful dynasty in our country's politics, that has now as a family run 4 campaigns for president, is simply making up for lost.
Listen, I think what we saw tonight between the two of them was a very respectful debate between 2 colleagues, okay, 2 people who respect one another. Okay, as opposed to the circus that we see on the Republican side with the insults and personal bobs. So no, I don't see it that way at all. I understand what the Clinton campaign is trying to do at every opportunity. They're going to try to diminish Bernie. But what happened tonight, I think, was a campaign where Bernie Sanders made a very strong case as to why he should be president. The economic policies of the 90s, which I know Hillary Clinton doesn't like to talk about the 90s, except when she wants to talk about the 90s, okay? You know, a lot of jobs got created in the 90s, all these things that happened in the 90s. Here's what else happened. NAFTA, you know, other trade policies that have crippled the economy in states like Michigan and all across the Midwest. And, you know, I think he made a very strong case on that. He made a very strong case that he was willing to stand up to Wall Street, and she is not. He made a very strong case that the corrupt system of campaign finance is the reason we can't get anything done in America today and in Washington in particular. So, no, I think it was a very respectful debate between the 2 of them. Bernie made some very strong points about trade, about the economy, and about how we have to change the direction of this country if we're going to finally let people earn enough income so they can have a good life.
Tonight in some detail. He has a long history of supporting the African American community. He stood with Jesse Jackson in 1988 when Jackson was running for President of the United States. One of his first speeches in the first year when he was in Congress, he spoke about bad mass incarceration policies and the disproportionate impact of the death penalty in the African American community. On the banking committee, he voted time and time again to ban redlining and to make sure that credit was available in poor communities. So he has a long history. He voted against the sort of mean-spirited welfare reform bill that the Secretary supported. So he has a long history. He has an agenda, I think, that speaks to the aspirations of all communities in this country. And I think over time you're going to see his support grow. I think we've seen it already, frankly, among younger African Americans, young Latinos in this country, and I think it's going to grow.